Hi there, folks. Hey, if you are one of the 340 million Americans either on Social Security or going to claim Social Security eventually, almost all of us, not all of us, but almost all of us, that is, then here are a couple of tidbits for you. By the way, if you like this video, make sure you click the little heart button, which is kind of weird. It's a heart button, as well as subscribe to my channel. So here's what happened in late 2022. In late 2022, in October, just like every other October, the government comes out and they say, hey, here are the cost of living adjustments for the next year for 2023. What was that number? It was 8.7%. A big number. What does that mean? It means if you were getting $1,000 a month in 2022, that was going to bump up to $1,087 in 2023, effective in January 2023. So here are the phone calls that I got around October, November, December. Charlie, I'm seeing all this on the news. I'm reading in the paper, blah, blah, blah. The cost of living adjustment is 8.7% for the next year. Do I need to file? Do I need to file for Social Security in order to participate in this 8.7% pay raise effectively? Do I need to file now? My answer to that question, no. You can file now as long as you're over age 62, which is the earliest you can file, unless you're a widow or widower, it's age 60. But don't file because of that. Why is that? Because as long as you are age 62 at the time or greater, that 8.7% is going to be reflected in your ultimate benefit amount, your ultimate primary insurance amount anyway, without you even having to file. So I bring that up because if the numbers come out big this year, which it probably won't, it's tracking at 3% for 2025. Around 3% is what they estimate. But let's say next year, it's 10%. And you want to call me in November of 2025, I'm going to say the same thing. As long as you're over age 62, you're going to have that big benefit ultimately calculated in your Social Security monthly payment. Number two is this. Charlie, and this is unfortunate, I get this a lot, I need to go back to work. Or maybe, hey, I want to continue to work after I take Social Security just because I get bored easily. I want to, just take a part-time job, whatever. But here is the question I get. It is, if I don't make much money, will it hurt my total Social Security benefit that I get each month? Will it hurt my calculation? The answer to that question is no. It can only help your calculation. So by going back to work or continuing to work, it can only help your calculation. Why is that? Because here in a nutshell, in a very simplified nutshell, is a calculation. Your best 35 years of earnings, you average it out. That is greatly simplified. Technically, there are bend points. Technically, there are wage indexing that goes on. But just bear with me. Your top, not your last, your top 35 years of earnings are averaged out, to oversimplify, and that's what determines your Social Security amount that you will get. What that means is unless you have one of those best 35 years, it's not even included in that 35-year averaging calculation. You go back to work and you absolutely kill it, then you're bumping one of those years out of the 35-year calculation, and there's a new number in there that can only help your benefit, right? Now, from a tax standpoint, that's a different conversation. If you have a good year, that can hurt you from a net benefit standpoint after taxes. Yes, that's right. Up to 85% of your Social Security can be taxed if you make too much money. Anyway, folks, couple tidbits there. Remember to like my channel. Give me a little heart, that heart thing over there, as well as subscribe to my channel. Hope that helps.